Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay. So basically, there is a game like League of Legends has a design flaw. Design flaw. It's either in the game or in the system. So do you remember I told you it's very very easy to beat me? In fact, hold on a sec. Okay. So do you remember I was saying that in League of Legends, right? What happens to me a lot of the times when I play games and I don't know how to win the game. It goes like this. This is my team, right? This is their team. The enemy top laner and jungler simply camp you, right? You get counterpicked and the jungler camps you, right? So what this does is this cancels you out of the game, right? This cancels you out of the game. To some extent, right? To some extent, they are kind of canceled as well, right? But you are kind of doomed, realistically speaking, right? Because this guy will get his CS, this guy will get some CS from jungle camps, and you'll be completely useless, right? In this situation, you are 100% reliant on your team to absolutely smash these guys. But it never happens. What happens is these guys destroy your team, and by default, you lose the game. There is no way to win this. No way to win this. In fact, this is why I say is if you see me in the queue, don't even need to pick jungle, just pick support top, and you by default win. Why? Because I always get the shitters on my team. My team will always lose, even if they're going 4 versus 3. They will always lose, right? So, right, what I'm saying is, right, you're not really League of Legends, you're not playing the game, you're rotating the queue, right? Why is it frustrating, right? Because if you be placed into this position 10 games in a row, you lose 10 games in a row. There is no skill level at which you can reach to be able to carry this, right? Now, of course, people argue against me. They say, hey, blah blah blah, if you're good enough you can win most of your games. I say no fucking way. I've seen too many high elo streamers, and this happens to me all the time, happens to them, and they cannot carry this. It is impossible to carry. This is a flaw, a design flaw in the game where you cannot impact the game. In this situation, if your team is shit, and your team will be shit, right? You simply gonna be wasting 30 minutes of your time. That's it, right? Because these shitters will not win. They will not win this. I guarantee you, most of the time, right? So what you're trying to do, right? What's happening in the game, right? In the game, you're just being bounced between the teams like this, right? You're just being bounced between the teams. If you're on this team, I mean, these four idiots, they can't even win the game 4 versus 3. How are they gonna even play like, and you are smashing your top, right? With assistance. You simply win the game. Now, sometimes your jungler is here and he's just like smashing this guy's hardcore, and you're smashing your top lane and you just win. But what I'm saying is whoever gets the shitters just loses, right? Because these shitters cannot win 4 versus 3. I said it multiple times. People are, I mean, Uli argued against me, right? He said, no, no, no. If I'm good enough, I'm going to carry. All right. Now, back to here is an example of exactly what I'm talking about, right? I'm gonna link this, I'm gonna share it specifically for this game. Watch this game, and I'm telling you, it's like literally word for word what I'm talking about, where I'm saying it's very easy to win the game against me or any other good player because they get the shitters, right? If you have very high win rate, which Fogg does, he's been playing this game for a very long time. And you have to understand, Fogged is at the highest possible level on his champion, right? Like there are other streamers, right? But he's on exceptionally high skill level. He has been playing the game. He has been playing MOBA for 12 years, right? So if you think that you're going to be better than this guy, part-timing League of Legends, you are highly mistaken. Highly mistaken. Now, right? So we established we have a player who has been playing the game for 12 years. For 12 years. At the highest level of on his champion, and he's a challenger player. We put him into the situation and say, can you carry this game? And the answer is no. Absolutely he cannot do it. Right? Look, so here's the game. I keep pressing okay, look, let's go through the game. Okay, so look, he kind of messes up a little bit. Okay, he messed up a little bit against Vayne, and now he gets camped. 0 CS. Here's Hikarim, right? Well, they are planning to dive him because he's level 2, right? And Hikarim sits there for 2 minutes, right? Right, so he can't farm right now because Hikarim just zoned him. Okay. Now, notice what's happening on the map, right? We're gonna try to pause on the score. Look, you see, Hekarim is back, right? You see, he's back. So he has to, Tryndamere has to back again, right? Let's look at what's happening on the map. Hold on a sec. Oh, whoops. I just want to catch the score. So it's 442, okay. Now, so far it's okay. But look, you see Hekarim is falling behind, right? In farm. But you will see that these shitters are gonna lose the game. Even though Hekarim will be 50 CS behind, and I think it's like 3 levels down, and they're gonna lose to him, right? Absolute shitters. So Tryndamere has to back, has no option because he will die, right? They completely zone him, right? Look, he has 1 CS at 6 minutes. Vayne is actually a very strong pick into Tryndamere, especially if you get camped. This is disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Vayne is disgusting. So that's what I'm saying is that you get counterpicked and you get camped by jungler. That's it. You lost the game because you can't carry. So he can't approach because he doesn't know whether Vayne or Hekarim are sitting there, right? Okay. So at 6 minutes, he's getting his first CS. Look, you see, bot lane is now starting to lose, right? Hekarim, 24 farm, level 4. Okay. So this is effectively top lane is 1v2 basically. So he's level 3. I'm pretty sure Hekarim is going to show up again, right? I'm almost certain. Yeah, you see? There's Hekarim again. Look at the farm. 36 farm, dude. So all Hecarim is doing, he's just clearing top lane, jungle farms, and just camping top, and that's it. That's all he's doing. You see? He's back. There is Hecarim, right? Level 5. Okay. So he gets a double kill of this, right? Right, so, like, right, he's the only one with kills on the map right now. And you see this, and then Hecarim comes bot and just double kills, right? Do you see? Level 5 Hecarim goes bot and gets a double kill. So you see, he's like, he can't do much, right? He can't do much. Look at Hecarim farm, 48 farm. Naturally, Vayne is gonna just destroy Tryndamere in this situation because there's absolutely nothing. I mean, he has 13 farm and he's 3 levels behind. It's like, this shit is disgusting. How did he kill her here? Oh, he got level 6, okay. Vayne did not factor in that. He gonna get level 6, okay. So that's a misplay by Vayne. But look, he's the only guy with kills on the team. Like he has 75% of kills of the team. And the team, his team was playing 4 versus 3 for like 7 minutes of the game. Well, mid lane is okay. Bot lane is just feeding. Well, it's not feeding, it's okay. Jungle is, I don't know how jungle died, honestly. Oh, he died because, no, he didn't die when Vayne dove and Hecarim dove. So how did he die? I don't know. But bottom line, you see, bottom line is Fogged in a position where he needs his team to do something, right? Because he's simply too far behind. Like item wise and level wise, it's just disgusting. I mean, he's what, level 8? Vayne is level 10, I think, already. Level 9, okay. Oh, God. You see, that's why I absolutely hate. Like, I like playing one-on-one, but I mean, 5-on-5, I don't play anymore because this is a 30-minute waste of your time, right? Because your team is just is not going to be useful, right? And you see, like, the enemy team is just overtaking the map now slowly. And you're slowly bleeding out. You see, that's what I'm saying, is you're bleeding out. And again, of course, they're going to come top lane, right? Of course. Because they don't care about mid lane, they don't care about bot lane, they don't care about jungle. All they have to do is stop Fogged, and that's it, right? Of course, the whole team is going to be here, right? I feel very bad for Fogged, honestly. Like that's his full-time job. I mean, it's so psychologically just tilting. Just even watching this is just disgusting, right? Ezreal is gonna be useless as usual. Ezreal is probably the worst, one of the worst champions in the game, to be honest with you. All right. Look at Ezreal damage on Vayne. Oh, Jesus Christ, right? And of course he's the only one who's actually doing anything, right? He's the only one doing damage. And of course that's how the game goes. For the rest of the game, it's unplayable basically, right? Do you see how just absolutely useless his team is, right? Absolutely useless. Let's look at this team fight, okay? Look, Hecarim just runs into three people. Literally into three people right now. Right? And nobody does anything because Ezreal is useless champion, right? Viego is squishy. Leona is behind, like she's level 8, right? Well, she's support, so that's not a big deal. Leona hit her abilities, that's good, right? But again, you see, like, Ezreal, what the fuck is he going to do? He does no damage. He's useless champion. Why would you even pick this shit? Look, I mean, look, what the fuck was that? Look at that damage. Did you see that? I mean, that didn't even tickle. Didn't even tickle. Like, look at this. What the fuck is this? Right? This is Hecarim with like fuck all items, right? Because he's behind. Oh, he has his full armor, right? Yeah, so you see the problem, right? Not only was he camped, not only was he camped, Hecarim is just going full tank armor, right? So now that's a design flaw in the game, right? This is a design flaw in the game because if you're gonna be put into a situation like this 20 times in a row, you're just gonna lose 20 times in a row. There is literally no way for you to win the game like this. There's no way. Honestly, I'd say these two are just like Zoe as a champion. I don't respect her as a champion at all because she's like a Nidalee, right? You need to be exceptionally good at her, and her cooldowns are just too long. She's very punishing, you know. If you miss your ability, like she hits hard, right, when you land your abilities, but I mean it's very hard to land abilities on Zoe, right? Especially against shit like Vayne and this stuff because they're highly mobile. And if you don't land your abilities, her cooldowns are so long that you effectively just walk around for 7 minutes, absolutely doing absolutely nothing. Like, and Ezreal is just a shit champion. It's just ridiculously bad. I have a video on my channel where Ezreal just does no damage to me, basically. I was playing a one-on-one, and I mean, I was glad they picked Ezreal because I always wanted to make a video of how shit this champion is. Man, it's absolutely disgusting shit. Disgusting, you see. And that's it. That's the game, right? That's the game. I don't know why he was saying no to surrender, because this is unplayable. Do you know what I mean? Like in my experience, well, you get the picture. I leave the description, like the video in description. But like, you have to understand, like, unless I go 20 kills every single game, we're going to lose, right? That's it. That's the way I think about League of Legends in my head, right? It's not like a game where I go in and I relax or something. It's a game where I log in to carry shitters to victory, right? So that's what I'm saying. If you really just want to win against me or any other good player, just pick two tanks top, and you can even ignore jungle. You don't even probably need to jungle, right? Just pick a support item, go top two people with tanks, and you just win the game. Because my team will not be able to beat your team 4 versus 3. And I'll be useless by default. I'll be in the same position as Fogged. Like, he'll be 3 levels down, like one item, 25 minutes. I mean, he literally has one item, right? And that's it. And you just win the game, right? So back to the drawing thingy, right? It's just that there is no way to win this. Absolutely no way to win this. So that's what I'm saying, is that you're not, like in League, you're not playing the game at all. All you're doing is just rotating the wheel, right? You hope that this game is not going to happen again. Because if we play this game again, the outcome is going to be the same, right? I think it's MOBA. Honestly, I suspect it's like MOBA as a genre, as a game. It has design flaws in it, right? And this is one of the flaws, right? Because in games like, let's say, I don't know, basketball, we can probably say Rocket League. You can probably say, to a certain extent, shooting games, right? You can, if you're exceptionally superior player, you can 1v2 this. You can, right? Let's say, I don't know, you're because I've seen in Fortnite, like, because I watch some streamers, and they can easily like 1v2. If they're like, because normally there's like, you people fall from the top, and then all the shooters get killed in the beginning, and they have no problems 1v3ing. They can even do like 1v3 because they have superior skill. But in MOBA games like League of Legends, Dota, you simply cannot do it. Why? Because of how champions work, how gold distribution works, and how abilities work, right? Because fundamental issue is, it's a very linear game, right? It's very linear. And CC is the ultimate killer, because somebody's just disabling your keyboard for some time, right? So it's like the issue fundamentally in here is that MOBA as a genre is just there's a flaw in it. You cannot 1v2, right? You just cannot. I said that before, right? I said that before, and I'm very happy that I was able to find this video and just watch it, because this tells me that it doesn't matter how much you train. It doesn't matter what skill level you get up to, you will never be able to win this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the flaw in you, it's the flaw in the design of the game. Right? Another example of that is when you get hard countered, right? So for example, you are playing Aurelia, right? You're playing Aurelia, and they pick Timo, right? They pick Timo. Now, in that situation, what happens is you are effectively out of the game, like that, right? So this guy is gonna be kind of be useful. You're gonna be completely useless. And now what happens is this team is gonna just, now you have to understand, these four on your team cannot win the map against 3 players. They're gonna lose against 3 players, right? Now, if there is 4 players on the map, they're gonna hard feed, hard feed, right? And that's the video I made about where Uli, he's like a Tryndamere player, he got hard countered by Malphite. Of course, he outplayed the counter, but still Malphite cancels Tryndamere really well. And of course, his team lost the map, and he just lost, right? He gave me the bullshit where, oh, if I could have won this, I can carry this shit. I'm telling you, he cannot. It doesn't matter how much he trains, he will always be in this position where he simply cannot do it. And that's it. That's because it's a design flaw in the game. It's not like, it's just a design flaw, right? Fundamentally, like, you just, counter picks are way too strong. They're just way too strong. That's one problem. And also the second problem is, like I said before, I have a video on this. If you don't believe me, right, ask a high elo player to play a RAM against 3 players and see if he can win it, right? And in League of Legends, you cannot do that. In games like Valorant, if you're a good shooter, you know the map well, you know how to use weapons, you know how to use abilities, you can probably outplay 3 players. You can probably do it. To a certain extent, I believe you can do it. I've seen people do it, right? But in League of Legends, just the design of the game disallows it. Disallows it. That's why the community is so toxic. Because you are always reliant on these shitters to do something useful. And this will never go away as long as you're playing a MOBA, right? And I'm telling you, it's just a flaw in the game. And that's it. There's no way to fix it. And so you'll be always reliant on these shitters. And you will be always at the mercy of the system to not put you into a situation where this happens, right? Where this happens, right? If you're like in this box, right? You are in this box. You just lost the game, right? Because these shitters are not gonna help you. So that's what I'm saying, is that every time you queue up, you have to literally go on your knees and pray to God that you're not going to be put into this situation. Because if you do, that's it. And we already spoke about this. I spoke about this in the beginning of the video. There is no skill level that you can reach where you can outplay this. Now, again, I'm going to reference Uli. He's going to tell me blah, blah, blah. You can do this. Now, I will go and I will show you something, right? Faker, Faker OPGG, right? Faker is the greatest player of all time, right? And he has 55% win rate, okay? So you have to factor in that if Faker cannot outplay this, there is no way on the face of this galaxy you are going to outplay this, right? Because Faker, not only is he playing this game forever, he is Korean, he is talented, he is surrounded by people who are extremely good at the game. He is coached by people who are extremely good at the game. There is strategy, and in solo queue, he still cannot outplay it. Double lift is the same, right? So there is no skill level to which you can rise to be able to carry this. It doesn't exist, right? And the community is full of shit because it's full of kids who are like, oh yeah, League of Legends is like basketball. Dude, this is not basketball. Like, basketball does not have this design flaw. This is a game design flaw that I'm talking about, right? So that's what I'm saying, is that, like, if you ever think that you will win in those situations, I already showed you a streamer who has been playing the game for 12 years. He cannot do it. Cannot do it. Uli, the guy himself, who says he can't do it, I seen him play multiple times, and multiple times he was in that position, and multiple times he couldn't carry, right? So he cannot do it. Faker cannot do it. Double lift cannot do it. It's a game design flaw. That's it, right? So when you queue up, just be aware that your next game could be 30 minutes waste of your time because you are unfortunately placed into this box, which we talked about, this box here. And that's it. And the worst of all is these shitters are not gonna surrender. And that's it. So that's what I'm saying. To avoid all of this bullshit, play one-on-one. That's it. Just play one-on-one. Because this situation cannot occur in a one-on-one scenario. Impossible. All right, take care.